Next, Serpientes jerseys on this Friday night. Jerry says it is a must-win game for the Dodgers as they look to bounce back and even up the series with the Diamondbacks. Let's send it out to Arizona. Steven and EK. Gentlemen, take it away.
Thank you, John. Welcome one and all to Friday Night Baseball on Sportsnet LA. It's brought to you by Jack in the Box. Welcome back to Chase Field, home of the Diamondbacks. Decided game 2 of a 4-game series for the Dodgers against Arizona, and LA trying to get back on a winning track to play the last 3 games of this season-long 10-game road trip. Let's say hello for the broadcast booth with Eric Karros. I'm Steven Elson. Kirsten Watson down next to the Dodger dugout. But EK, Hiroki Sasaki takes the ball for the Dodgers, trying to make it back-to-back wins in the major leagues.
Yeah, he threw a real good ball game against Atlanta, and he is throwing on 5 days rest, so that is something new for him. It's going to be very important for him to establish his fastball. He has the second lowest swing and miss rate on the fastball, so he's going to have to hit corners. If he does that, then he sets up the forkball, and he will be effective.
As you see, 3 or fewer earned runs allowed in all 7 starts. This is 8th one, and another quality team that he is facing. The Diamondbacks are really good offense. On the hill for Arizona, the left-hander Eduardo Rodriguez.
Well, and he's somebody the Dodger fans are very familiar with. Remember, the Dodgers tried to acquire him, but he didn't want to come. Well, I'm telling you, people have not forgot that. He has been up and down this year. In his last start against the Phillies, he had 10 strikeouts, so he can create some swing and miss, but the Dodgers have been effective against left-handed pitching this year.
And the Dodgers going with a little bit of a different lineup. For more on that, let's check in with Kirsten.
Yeah, Steven, with a lefty on the mound for the Diamondbacks, the Dodgers lineup looks a little bit different without Max Muncy or Michael Conforto. So Kike Hernandez is going to be playing at third base. Chris Taylor's in left field. But Dave Roberts said the biggest thing for both of those guys getting them an off day is because this is the back end of a 3-city road trip. They've played in all 7 straight thus far. So wanting to give them both a little bit of a day off. And for Michael Conforto, he even admitted last night he's been feeling a little bit of frustration at the plate. He's at peace with some of that hard contact he's getting, but he wants to see those results. So today proves to be just a day to reset, guys.
And hopefully for the offense, it doesn't take as long to get going as it did in game 1, so they can give some run support to Hiroki Sasaki, who takes the ball next. Shohei Ohtani leads off on the other side on Sportsnet LA. World champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Jack in the Box. There's so much free food on the new Jack app. Your wallet's gonna miss you.
Dodgers and Diamondbacks coming up. There is Freddie Freeman. Don't get close to him, Jay, because he is scorching hot right now. 13-game hitting streak. He's hitting .469 during this run.
So he's Freddie being Freddie. When he is locked in, he is as good as it gets. Good to see him fight his A swing, doing his thing.
13-game hitting streak, but the key is 18 RBIs over those 13 games. We need that bat. We need those ribeye steaks.
Plus, he has good numbers, Jerry, against Eduardo Rodriguez in his career, 6 for 12 with a home run and 4 RBIs left-on-left crime.
I love that left-on-left crime. Hopefully, he gets 2 more knocks, maybe a big fly against E-Rod. Is that what the kids call him, E-Rod?
They call him E-Rod. Yeah.
Smooth criminal tonight.
Hopefully, it's all Hiroki Sasaki dominating on the mound tonight for the Dodgers, and those Dodgers hitters taking it to Eduardo Rodriguez. First pitch with Shohei leading it off is coming up right after the break.
This is huge. Champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Carl's Jr. Introducing Carl's Jr.'s new triple burgers. Next time, tell them to triple it. And by Lexus. Experience amazing. That guy right there is certainly amazing, and he's been on an absolute tear of late. He and the Dodgers getting ready to lead off the game against Eduardo Rodriguez, but for Shohei Ohtani last night, hit a home run in the 9th inning. That gives him 5 in the last 9 games.
Yeah, certainly been on a long ball tear. He's feeling it up at the plate, and every time he goes up there, he's got a chance of putting it in the seats.
He is atop the Dodgers starting lineup. We present it to you thanks to our SoCal Helpful Honda dealers. Ohtani, Betts, Will Smith batting third behind the plate. Freddie Freeman will clean up at first. Andy Pages batting 5th, playing in right field. Kike Hernandez gets the start at the hot corner. He's batting 6th. And the last 3 of the order, Miguel Rojas at 2nd. James Outman in center field, and Chris Taylor in left. Dodgers have won 4 of 7 to begin this road trip, won 9 of the last 12 games overall. Roof back open at Chase Field. Temperatures hit triple digits on this Friday in the desert. But as we sit here right now, EK, a beautiful evening here at Chase Field.
Yeah, it really is. You know, I liken it a little bit to when we were in Florida. They opened up the roof. Beautiful. And right now, as you mentioned, it is just picture perfect weather for baseball.
Dodgers trying to do on the road what they've been doing at home. I mean, they lead Major League Baseball in runs per game and OPS at home, but they dropped to 10th in both categories on the road. They're facing a left-hander, veteran Eduardo Rodriguez, making his 8th start of the year.
And we take a look at what he has and how he's been throwing this year. Trust me, it's coming. Philadelphia, he threw 5 1/3 innings. He had 10 strikeouts, and this is the arsenal. The four-seamer 43% of the time. The changeup 21% of the time, but that thing has been getting, as you see, it's been getting knocked around. 350 clip right there. Again, the Dodgers have fared well against left-handed pitching. It's going to be interesting tonight.
I guess in a way you might be able to call Rodriguez this year a 3 true outcome pitcher. He definitely has strikeout ability, 45 Ks in 38 innings. He's walked some guys though as well, 12 in 38 innings, and he's also given up 7 home runs. Casey turned off the game with the Dodgers offense dormant for most of it. This happened late in the 9th inning, a 2-out solo home run to bring the Dodgers within 2. Ohtani's 11th home run of the year. "13 of his last 17 hits have gone for extra bases." Eduardo Rodriguez and the Diamondbacks content to start this game behind schedule. The lefty taking his place on the third base side of the rubber.
That should be a pitch clock violation, shouldn't it?
Instead, he hits the outside corner for strike 1, and this game's underway. D-backs in their new City Connect uniforms, second iteration of them. One ball, one strike. The lefty deals. Spikes ball 2. Last start in Philadelphia for Rodriguez. Ohtani against him, 3 for 13 lifetime. Home run, 5 Ks. He's also taken 4 walks. This ball is laced straight away center field. Thomas turns and looks up. It bangs off the wall. Well below that yellow line, but a leadoff double standing up for Ohtani and another extra base hit.
Last 2 at-bats, home run and a ball off the wall here for a double. Shohei setting the tone right now.
Look at how he stayed through that, EK. He didn't spin off the baseball, and he absolutely blitzed it.
Yeah, crushes that thing and getting to do the wave and the wiggle real early.
7-game hit streak for Ohtani, already in scoring position for Mookie Betts. And in Mookie's last 11 games, he's been swinging it.
He really has. Starting to feel good. Starting to contribute. He's been contributing all year long. Driving in runs. And
ground ball, base hit to left. Ohtani didn't read it well, so he's going to hold up at third. And even if he had a good jump, not sure that he would have been sent by Dino in this situation. First and third, nobody out.
It's the right thing that Shohei did. He went back, took a step back towards second. You can't tell where this ball is. And again, it's in the hole. Tough to read from a depth perception, and you do not want to make a first out going to third.
At the corners for Will Smith, the best hitter in the business this season with runners in scoring position. And there's the number that really highlights that very point, EK. 519 batting average with RISP, 1270 the OPS. Well, batting .320, 19 RBIs on the year. Behind 0-2 after a second foul ball. Last night took the Dodgers until the 8th inning to get their first runs of the game. They're threatening right away in the top of the first tonight. Ohtani on third, Betts on first. Rodriguez with the 0-2 pitch to Smith. And Will is down swinging.
Yeah, Rodriguez just drives in that sinker up and in. Will unable to make contact. The Dodgers last night took them 5 innings to get 2 hits. Had 2 hits in their first 2 hitters this evening.
Now Freddie Freeman, who owns a 13-game hitting streak, one of the longest going right now in Major League Baseball. He'll take his turn, still first and third, but now 1 away. First pitch swung on and lifted high in the air to right center field. Thomas on the warning track, and he makes the catch, but plenty deep enough to get Ohtani home, and Mookie will advance from first to second. 1-0 Dodgers on the sacrifice fly from Freddie.
Good job by Freddie driving in that run. He ought to go talk to James Outman. They got to go over some numbers and some math right now, because both of them hit it to the deepest part of the park. James did it last night, about 410 feet. Freddie does the same. Anywhere else, that ball is going out.
Now Andy Pages, Betts on second, 2 out in the first. The Dodgers strike first. Pages last night was 0 for his first 3 trips to the plate, but then in the 8th, an RBI base hit the other way to push his hitting streak to 5 games.
See Rodriguez just trying to bury Pages in on the hands, in off the plate. Andy doing a good job to be disciplined. Right now he can look for a certain pitch in a certain spot.
Betts in position to score. Pages ahead 2-0. Check that, 3 balls, no strikes. And in Pages last night, his 6th inning strikeout, you really saw him chase a pitch low and away well outside the zone. The next time up, stayed square and level with the shoulders and drove it the opposite field. The 3-0 pitch is low, but called a strike.
The guy just threw 3 balls, threw another one as well, but is rewarded.
Rodriguez looks back at his old teammate, gives strike 2 to Pages and fills the count. Payoff pitch is hit in the air to center field by Pages, but Thomas is reading it. That's out number 3. But Ohtani and Betts start the game with hits. Freddie Freeman scores 1 with a sac fly. An early lead for Hiroki Sasaki. UCLA Bruin, Torey Lovello going with this starting lineup for Arizona, presented by your SoCal hopeful Honda dealers. It is the exact same one they used in game 1 of the series. Corbin Carroll, Ketel Marte, and Pavin Smith. First 3 scheduled hitters against Hiroki Sasaki. Eighth start of the year for Roki begins with strike one. Last start 6 days ago, picked up his first major league win in Atlanta. StatCast 3D is powered by Google Cloud. This is what he's thrown so far this season.
Pretty simple. The four-seamer is going to set up everything that happens for Roki. If he's able to establish that, live on the corners, should be very effective this evening.
Bounce to the left side. Throw in time to get the speedy Carroll. Kike came over and fielded that in front of Mookie Betts. One away.
One of the reasons why it's important for him to live on the corners, he has the second lowest swing and miss rate on the fastball. So he's not fooling people. So if he leaves that over the big part of the plate, there's a good chance that there's going to be some hard contact.
He has gone at least 5 innings in each of his last 4 starts. But this start, of course, a little different. As Ketel Marte steps in and sees a low ball get called strike one against him. Of course, the day's rest, topic of conversation tonight, just as it was on Thursday. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, different for Sasaki than he is used to, that is for sure. Marte pulls that well foul, quickly 0-2.
See what he's done. He's become more effective. I think a lot of it is a byproduct of his control. His first 2 games, he had 9 walks. Last 5 starts, 11.
I pitched to Marte the first ball he has thrown tonight. 1-2 the count. Dodgers 1, D-backs nothing. Freddie Freeman with a sac fly in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, Freddie had that sacrifice fly. Hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. Could have had 3 RBIs if he hits it anywhere else, basically.
Home run in a dozen parks,
Yep.
including Dodger Stadium, but not here. The 1-2 to Marte. Spoils another one. Pulls one down the right field line. This ball is hooking fair and gone. A 2-strike solo home run from Ketel Marte, who's gone deep in back-to-back games to start this series. And the game is level 1 apiece.
It's one of the things we were talking about. That fastball has to be pinpoint. Leaks a little bit back over the plate. Will wanted it in. He just doesn't have swing and miss stuff with that fastball. Like I said, if he does leave it over a big part of the plate, Marte is going to get him.
5th home run of the season surrendered by Sasaki. 1-1 as Pavin Smith stays away from ball 1 low.
Marte on a little stretch here, huh? Home run last night as well.
And we were joking, well, not really joking, we were serious about it last night. Ketel Marte, Gabriel Moreno, those are 2 D-backs. They could be ice cold coming into a series against the Dodgers. They always find a way to get hot against LA. That slice in the air to left. Taylor over toward the line. 2 away.
Ketel Marte, though, right? Like I can see he is
sure.
legit. Like that guy can flat out play.
No doubt. 2-time All-Star,
Right.
was an MVP finalist last year.
The Moreno thing, I didn't see that coming last night. I don't think anybody did. I'm not even sure he did. But he got himself into a hitter's count. Hit it just far enough.
He's in the hole right now, Moreno. The plate is Josh Naylor, the first baseman. First pitch swinging. This one's cracked in the air, right center field. Pages hustling over, and this hits off the base of the wall. Naylor will stay at second, a 2-out stand-up double.
Sasaki trying to get ahead. Again, it's that fastball. Fastball right down the middle part of the plate. Naylor not going to wait around at all. He ambushes him. Fortunately, doesn't hit it high enough. One thing that Sasaki has been great pitching with runners in scoring position. He has been as stingy as anybody in the game.
Have to be here again. Eugenio Suarez up. Sasaki gives him a first pitch strike. Game tied at 1, but Arizona has Naylor in scoring position with 2 out in the first. Suarez last night 1 for 3 with a double. And a key hit by pitch in front of the Moreno grand slam. This is hit in the air with opposite field power. This one is drifting back, and it is gone over the pool in right center for Eugenio Suarez. And the D-backs jump ahead 3-1.
So interesting that Sasaki tried to go with a fastball. He just went with the slider to go ahead. He's 0-1. And he hasn't had any swing. I mean, the swing and miss with the fastball, it just doesn't. That's not part of his arsenal. Arizona being aggressive, leaves a fastball out over the plate. Suarez, I mean, he doesn't even go swimming. He goes over the pool.
That's his first home run since his 4-home run game a week and a half ago. So 3-1, the Dodgers now down. And now Moreno toward right, but this one's playable for Pages, and that'll bring an end to the first inning. The D-backs have 8 runs in the series, all of them on home runs.
Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and more. Visit MLBshop.com, the official source for your Dodger gear.
Looking back at the Dodger offense, as LA now trails 3-1. Strike 1 from Eduardo Rodriguez in the top of the second. 3 extra base hits against Roki Sasaki in the bottom of the first, including 2 homers. And Kike turns on a ball deep down the left field line. Heads up in the bullpen. Kike's coming. Oh, that's off the facade. Ike, the ball flying, well denied or what?
Oh my goodness. Well, we got a note from the Diamondbacks booth next door, and they just told us that, you know, the ball, when the roof is open and the weather is like this, the ball flies. We've seen Ohtani go off the wall dead center. Freddie go to the deepest part of the park. This was just some sort of home run right here. And look where this thing goes.
438 feet. It's a 1-run game.
Yeah, it's off the. Is that off the ribbon out there?
Yeah.
Man. Oh, just off like the air conditioner. I don't know what that was, but
It's something.
man.
So the fans here at Chase Field tonight seeing some power early on. And the Dodgers could have had a couple more. Ohtani's ball is a home run in most parks. Freddie Freeman, he talked about that. 2-2 on Miguel Rojas, batting in the 7th spot tonight. Full count.
Well, we were a little worried about the Dodgers waiting around to score. It's the last couple of games, 6th inning, then 8th inning last night. Not tonight.
The payoff. That's a base hit for Miggy Rose. Slices into right center.
Miggy's trying to show another element of the offense tonight. Not trying to hit the ball 10 miles, just serve it out to right center. Put Rodriguez in the stretch.
Now James Outman. See his numbers in OKC. He's 1 for 7 since being called up following the injury to Teoscar Hernandez. Ball one outside. 3-2 Arizona. The Dodgers have the tying run. It's still very early. Top of the second, nobody out.
7 hits already by the two teams.
Rodriguez falling behind Outman 2-0. How do you like this for James getting a start against a lefty?
I like it. I like the runway, and because he's in a spot right now where he's going to get an opportunity to play, but let him play. Don't play, rest, play, rest. Let him get into a groove.
Fly to left, and Gurriel is there. Now the last of the order. Chris Taylor making just his 5th start of the season. 3rd time in left. First 4 starts for Taylor. The Dodgers happen to be 3-1 in those games. Taylor 4 for 9 in his career against Eduardo Rodriguez. One of those hits a double. Dodgers down a run. Rojas on first, 1 away. Rojas dancing. Rodriguez was unfazed. 1-2. Taylor behind in the count. The 1-2 pitch. Stays alive.
Good job by CT. That pitch is sinker low and away. Does a nice job of giving himself another pitch.
Tipped in the glove. Strike 3. Strikeout of the game for Rodriguez. 2nd out of the inning. The lineup turns over. Go back to the first inning and turn on the ghost wall. Double ghost wall for Ohtani and Freeman. Ohtani's resulted in a double. Freeman a sac fly, but both of them would have left the yard at Dodger Stadium. Last for at Chase Field. Big swing and a miss. Strike 1 for Ohtani. 7-game hitting streak. A 7-game extra base hit streak. Slice toward the left center field gap. This one back toward the wall. One hops off of it. Rojas being waved around by Dino Ebel. Here's the relay home. No play, and we're tied.
This pitch way up. It's almost like Shohei blocked that ball and just served it out to left center. But for a guy like him, serving it out to left center is a one-hopper off the wall. See, Miggy is chugging. He's going as fast as he can.
Now Ohtani in scoring position for Betts with 2 out. Ball 1. Mookie 1 for 1, singled in the first, was left on the bases. Now 3 for 6 in this series. The 1-1 upstairs. Former teammates back east with Boston, World Series champions together. Now opponents in the West. 3-3 ball game after Ohtani's RBI double. Rodriguez checks Shohei and comes home to Mookie. And Betts shoots it to right field. It'll hang up though for Carroll. 2 runs for the Dodgers in the second inning. The first of which an absolute bomb from Kike Hernandez. If Hiroki Sasaki in the Dodger pen can strike out 7 Diamondbacks tonight, what happens tomorrow on Saturday? Get a free jumbo jack. Jack in the Box in LA. First pitch of the bottom of the second, a fastball downstairs. Ball 1 on Lourdes Gurriel Jr. Kike Hernandez homered. Shohei Ohtani delivered an RBI double. And the scoreboard's level once again, 3-3 already. The Diamondbacks teed off on Roki in the first inning. 3 extra base hits, 2 homers, 3 runs. Ground ball to left side. Kike makes the throw on the run. Echo would like this word.
It's time to go yard. Echo, power on and on.
So with what happened in the first inning, Ike, 5 straight starts for Sasaki, allowing at least 1 homer.
Definitely prone to the home run ball. We talked about it earlier. He just doesn't have swing and miss stuff with that fastball. So to combat that, he has got to be location efficient, and he hasn't been so far this evening.
That fork ball missed. It's his 7th of the night. The first 6 they swung at. There were 0 misses on that pitch as Thomas grounds a base hit through the right side. Another hit on the fastball.
Well, if you are a hitter and you're going to attack Sasaki, the way to do it is you just stand up there and sit on fastballs. And if he can throw 3 splitters or 3 sliders or a combination of the 2 for strikes, then you tip your cap, you get him next at bat. But otherwise, you are just looking fastball and you're ready to attack.
Last of the order, Geraldo Perdomo. Line drive to right. Paez jumps up and makes the grab. Thomas heads back to first base after out number 2.
Four-seam fastball. Paez makes a very nice grab. I mean, it doesn't matter where you put him, right field, center field. He's been on a defensive tear ever since that Philadelphia series.
Second time through now. Corbin Carroll at the plate. 2 out and a runner on first. Carroll hitless so far in this series. He came into it having reached in 6 straight plate appearances. High in the air to right center. Should be a problem for Paez, and it's not. An 8-pitch inning for Roki Sasaki. Keeps the game tied at 3. World Champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com. Discover movement that inspires. 4-game series in Arizona. The Dodgers dropped game 1 last night. Game 2 tied early, 3-3 in the 3rd. Dodgers have Smith, Freeman, and Pages due up against Eduardo Rodriguez. Strike 1 to Smith, who struck out swinging his first time up. Veteran lefty jumps ahead 0-2.
Second at bat for Will. He's seen 5 pitches, 5 strikes.
There's ball 1. Rodriguez just turned 32 a month ago. 1-2 pitch to Smith is upstairs. 5 career starts against the Dodgers for Rodriguez. 1-4 with an ERA of 6 even entering this evening. On this 2-2, Smith pokes it foul. 10th major league season overall. Of course, a couple years ago, 2023 trade deadline. Rodriguez pitching for Detroit. The Dodgers tried hard to acquire him, but he exercises no trade clause. Did not want to go to LA. Opted to stay in Detroit, which the Tigers now tied with the Dodgers for the best record in the American League. Not the same Tigers back then. The reasoning that he gave in his representation, he and his family were comfortable in Detroit. Jump ahead, he opts out of his contract and then signs with Arizona. That's up and away. Ball 4 and a leadoff walk for Smith. Let's get a quick word from Morongo.
Foghat live May 23rd. Get tickets now. Morongo.
Good work from Will Smith there, EK. He was down 0-2.
Yeah, he battled there. Very disciplined, stayed off some pitches, fouled some others, and found himself down at first.
Now Freddie Freeman to the plate. Brought in the first run of the game with a deep sacrifice fly to right center field. RBI number 30 of the season for Freeman. It's off, that ball low and away.
30 RBIs already, and remember, he missed 11 games.
Swings through, strike 2. You got an RBI in 8 of his last 13. 18 ribbies total during this torrid stretch. Pulled down the line. That's a fair ball. All the way in the corner. Ricochets right to the glove of Corbin Carroll. The throw in is not going to matter. It's a stand-up double for Freddie. First 2 Dodgers on to start the 3rd.
Ball came off the bat at 104 miles an hour. This thing a sinker just down and in, and I mean, he is as good as anybody of getting the barrel on the ball. And it's not so much his ability physically, is he knows the situation. He's as cerebral a hitter as there is in the game. Depending on the situation will determine his approach, what he's looking for. So good.
10th batted ball for the Dodgers, the 8th of at least 100 miles per hour. Andy Pages jumps on the first pitch and takes it to left field. Smith scores. Here comes Freeman. The Dodgers jump ahead. 2-run single for Andy Pages, and it's a 5-3 game.
I mean, we're talking about the hard hit balls, and Pages decides to get in on it again at 101 miles an hour. This one. Big base hit, driving in 2 runs. Man, again, the Dodger offense the last two ball games didn't start to get going until late, and now you just hope that they don't shut it down after 4 or 5 innings, right? I mean, it's unreal.
EK, we were talking in the pregame show about, you know, can there be a carryover from one game to another? You're sleepy to start game 1 of a series, and then, hey, something turns on late. Start hitting the ball hard, generating some offense, seeing the ball drop, and then you look up here today in game 2. There's no outs in the 3rd, and the Dodgers have 7 hits, including.
This thing was sick. I mean, the minute that ball was hit, you just went, okay, see if we can watch where it lands.
Solo home run for Kike Hernandez, who has dominated Eduardo Rodriguez in his career. 6 for 12 after that 2nd inning home run. Home run came on a 90-per-hour fastball from Rodriguez. Kike laces this one to left. That is 4 straight hits, or 4 straight Dodgers to reach 3 consecutive hits.
That was 107. I mean, for safety concerns, Rodriguez might want to ask for a pitching screen. I mean, it's one thing to have some bad luck and to give up, hey, this ground ball just made it through, or this was a flare. I mean, we're triple digits on just about everything. Torrey's going, man.
1st and 2nd, nobody out. No activity in the Arizona Diamondback bullpen. Rodriguez just 52 pitches. Rojas.
Come on.
Back the bunt. Now,
I've never seen a bunt over 100 miles an hour. So I'll tell you, though, I like the thinking, though.
That now has the corners respecting it. Suarez at 3rd, Naylor at 1st. Ball 2. Dodgers lead 5-3. Chances for more in the 3rd. And Rojas is ahead 3 balls and no strikes. The 3-0. Rojas was taking all the way. It's a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded with no out.
Center field, James Outman.
Pages, Kike Hernandez, Miguel Rojas around the bases. James Outman in the batter's box. Swings at the first pitch, strike 1. 5 in a row have reached for the Dodgers in the 3rd. That has the Diamondback bullpen stirring. Nobody throwing just yet.
Well, I was going to say this becomes an issue for the rest of the series too, because Arizona may have to get into the bullpen. Well, not may. They're going to be in this bullpen pretty darn soon. They threw 3 guys out of the pen last night. They're already depleted. And moving forward, you got Corbin Burns, who, you know, there was a little hesitation on whether or not he was going to start. So this becomes big this inning just for the whole series.
A 1-2 pitch. Outman bounces it to the right side. Naylor comes home, and the throw bounces away. Pages scores. Kike hustling home. He scores as well.
Take a look at this again. Naylor fields the ball, gets his body turned, and then just throws a lawn dart to the catcher. I mean, this thing was just short hopped. I mean, I'm not sure what that was. He tried to one hop it on the grass at least, but that just was not ideal. I mean, look where he throws that thing. Moreno has no chance right there. I guess the only good thing is, thank goodness he was wearing shin guards.
Still nobody out. Chris Taylor bunts it down to the left side. CT's going to reach. A perfect bunt from Taylor. Rodriguez and Moreno each thought the other was going to field it. Nobody did. They're loaded again, and now Ohtani's coming to the plate.
Dodgers doing it in all sorts of ways right now, whether it's hitting the ball off the wall, hitting it in the seats, dropping bunts, being aggressive with the base running.
And Ohtani is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. 7-3 Dodgers. The first pitch from Rodriguez is low and away. Ball 1. Time for Mass Mutual behind the jersey. Number 17. His hits in 7 straight games. 9 extra base hits, 7 RBIs. Big hack, no contact, 1-1. The Dodgers with 4 runs here in the 3rd. Bases back to being loaded. Nobody out. The 1-1 pitch. Up and in, ball 2. Strike 2 fouled off of him. Walk it off.
Walk it off. We got to do the elbow pump too right now.
Rehack, the home plate umpire, giving him some time, cleaning the dish.
Yep. Shohei may be playing possum right now, acting like he's a bit wounded, and then look out.
Gets him swinging. That is the first out of the inning.
Rodriguez gets him with that changeup, just gets Shohei off balance. Opportunity though for Mookie to just really open up this ball game right here.
Strike 1, clips the outside corner. Mookie's 1 for 2, singled in the first, lined out in the second. Dodgers leading by 4. Bases loaded, 1 out in the 3rd. Upstairs, 1-1. You're wondering, Mookie Betts in his career 6 grand slams, none since 2023. Two and 1. Ninth Dodger to the plate here in the top of the 3rd against Eduardo Rodriguez. Mookie to center. Thomas has a read. Rojas tagging at 3rd. It's another sacrifice fly for LA and an 8-3 Dodger lead.
So this is the guy that had arguably the most important at bat this inning, and that was a walk. And I say that because he was down 0-2. 0-2. eyeballed some pitches, fouled some others off. Next thing you know, he gets down to first, and things start to roll.
They're cornered for Smith with 2 down. Outman on third, Taylor on first. Fastball up and away. Two 2-0. His first time up at the plate this inning. It was 0-2 before working that walk you highlighted, EK. Now Smith has the advantage. Way outside. There's a strike. The pitch count has blown up on Rodriguez here in the third. He's at 36 pitches in this inning. Two on, 2 out. And here's the 3-1. We're full. Kind of odd hearing a home mound visit booed, because that's
right?
Because there's a lot of Dodger blue here in the stands
Right.
at Chase Field.
Fans traveling well.
Another great crowd here at Chase Field. It's expected for all 4 games this series. Seen a lot of offense to start this one, that is for sure. The payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4, bases reloaded. Second walk of the inning for Smith.
Torey Lovello, he's taking a walk too. Seen enough.
Call down to the bullpen before Freddie Freeman can make his second plate appearance of the third inning. The Dodgers with 5 runs so far. Come back and see if they can score some more on Sportsnet LA. Champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, serving up handcrafted pizza, crispy fried chicken, and famous Mojo potatoes for 70 years. The third inning has lasted about 70 years and forced the Diamondbacks to make a pitching change. The young right-hander Christian Mena will inherit the bases loaded, and Freddie Freeman. The Dodgers have batted around here in the third. 5 runs so far. Will there be more? First pitch pop foul on the left side. Freeman is 1 for 1 in the game. Sac fly in the first. A double and a run scored earlier in this frame. One and one. Freddie has seen Mena before, EK.
Certainly wasn't a pleasant memory for Mena either. Freddie taking him deep right now. Freddie smelling those RBIs out there. A career average of over 340.
Bases loaded, 2 out. Mena's 1-1. fouled away on the left field side. But he falls behind 1-2.
I don't really want to throw it. Well, you have to throw it. Yeah, but it's Freddie Freeman.
Still don't want to.
I don't want to throw it.
James Outman on third. Chris Taylor on second. Will Smith on first. Freddie at the dish. And Freeman's down swinging. Been close to a half hour since Hiroki Sasaki has thrown a pitch because the Dodger offense poured it on in the third. And they lead 8-3.
Welcome back to Chase Field with Hiroki Sasaki back on the mound. It's important to note that it's been nearly over 25 minutes for him since he's taken the mound, and even coming into this one, Dave Roberts talked about for him, it's going to be a little bit of a different start. He likely is going to be limited to about that 75 pitch count range. He's coming off of a start in which he threw 98 pitches against Atlanta, and the more important thing is this is the first time for him in his big league career that he's throwing on 5 days rest. So Dave Roberts said that the biggest thing he's looking for just to see kind of where he's at that 75 pitch count range, to see if there's any fatigue for him on the mound, guys.
Yeah, good stuff, Kirsten. Thank you. I tell you, as long as that inning lasted, though, it seems like he's got 6 days rest.
That's fair. First 2 pitches of the bottom of the third, 2 strikes to the man who took him deep in the first inning. One of the men who took him deep, and Ketel Marte. Ketel Marte, 2 games this series. Twice he has stopped and stared to admire his work. This one, last night there was a question. This one there was no doubt. It just was going to stay fair. Gets underneath this one, shallow right field. Pajes will come in and make the catch.
Designated hitter.
You know, the difference, a lot of differences between Sasaki and Yamamoto, as well as similarities, but one that really stands out is the run support. Yamamoto just over 2 runs per game this year. Roki over 6, and tonight 8 already.
Yeah. Pavin Smith has popped up, shallow left. Kike gives way to Taylor at the last moment. 2 gone. Yeah, Yama, you'd understand if he was palms up seeing the offense in his first 3 innings. Like, wait, guy, can I get a run when I'm out there one time?
I mean, he just can't get. And, you know, very similar in that they both need to establish the fastball. They both need to put away guys with that splitter. But Yama's saying, like, help a guy out here. Can we score some runs for me?
Josh Naylor chops it to second. That is a quick inning. 6 pitches for Sasaki in the third.
$40,000 fans on May 19th will take home a Vin Scully bobblehead presented by 76. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
What does the Dodger offense have in store for an encore after the third inning, in which they scored 5 runs, 4 hits? They sent 11 to the plate. Some more hard hit baseballs. They took advantage of some misplays and some miscommunication in the field for the D-backs. And so they lead Arizona by 5. Ground ball to third, scooped up by Suarez. One gone.
Third baseman, Kike Hernandez.
Kike Hernandez getting a start tonight. It's been a rare thing for Kike in the month of May, and he's making the most of it so far. He's 2 for 2. Hit the 3rd longest home run of his career in the 2nd inning at 438 feet.
this thing was just absolutely launched, and Kike knew it from the get-go. It was just a question, was it going to go into the second deck?
Pops straight up. Two gone.
That was a big league pop-up right there.
Oh my gosh.
Thank goodness the roof was open.
Might have hit it. Now Miggy Rohu has reached both times tonight, and he scored twice. The Dodgers have knocked out Eduardo Rodriguez from this ball game, forcing Torey Lovello to his bullpen early. And it came in to get the last out of the third. So the final line for Erod, 2 2/3 innings, 8 runs, all earnies, 9 hits, including a homer, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Rolled to the left side. Mena picks it up and makes a good throw. He works a 5-pitch 4th inning. The Dodgers still on top 8-3.
Beginning May 16th through May 18th. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
Pitches by inning for Hiroki Sasaki. What do you think of that, EK?
Super efficient, right? Partly because Arizona, though, has been real aggressive. I mean, they're up there offering early in the count and still yet to have a swing and miss so far this evening.
That's pulled toward the left field line, and it drops in fair for Eugenio Suarez. He's 2 for 2 with 2 extra base hits. Leadoff double in the 4th inning. Now, it's interesting, EK, that you talk about how aggressively the Diamondbacks were swinging, because this is the team that owns the 5th lowest swing rate in the National League. But then you come out as an offense in the 1st inning and you tee off on the opposing starter, right? They hit 2 home runs against Sasaki, a double as well. Do your eyes get big and then things just change quickly like that?
No, it's one thing to be aggressive. They're being selectively aggressive. When he's throwing the fastball, they are jumping on it, and it's the right approach. You don't go up there swinging at the slider and the splitter unless you have to. You don't have to unless you have 2 strikes.
Ball 1 on Gabriel Moreno, who's 0 for 1. Last night he was 3 for 4 with a homer, a grand slam off Yamamoto, the first surrendered by Yamo in his major league career. But this is a young backstop, 25 years old, who has quickly become a thorn for the Dodgers. Swings through, strike 2. Beautiful forkball from Roki. I mean, 18 games for Moreno against the Dodgers. .344 batting average, 16 RBIs, and 9 extra base hits.
Moreno has seen 4 splitters so far. I'd be surprised to see a 5th.
Fastball at 96. We saw Sasaki at 97 against Suarez before the double. The velocity conversation, it's like ever present. Right now, Suarez was kind of running toward third. He was called back by the umpires.
Time had been called, but he had recognized there was nobody over at third. He thought he was going to sneak a bag.
Appreciate the effort. I got it for free. Wait, no. There's another fork ball that Moreno fouls. Remains 1-2. So Sasaki will try again. Grounded to short. Mookie gets it away quickly and cleanly. Ground out advances Suarez to third.
Nice play by Mookie, coming in, charging that ball and working through it. Good job by the shortstop. Good first step.
Seventh spot of the order, 1-on-1 out for Lourdes Gurriel Jr. The Dodgers ahead 8-3. Bounce to Freddie. He got it in the glove. Roki will step on the bag. I'll trade the out for the run. Diamondbacks within 4, but a nice play by Freeman.
So honestly, what that is just get to the spot, open your glove up as big as you can possibly make it, and put it in the area where you think the ball is going to be. I mean, literally, look at it. Just that's crazy. He's got the glove almost facing right field when he grabs that. I mean, that is bizarre. It's like he almost caught the ball behind it after it had passed him. Look at this. Look at the way he catches this. Glove open. Look at that. Like, that is crazy. He's on top of the ball and turning the glove out to right field. Don't watch that, little leaguers. Don't try that at home. That's only executed by a Gold Glover.
It's Thomas in the foot, so he'll take first base with 2 out.
That's a splitter, though. You know.
Oh, wait a second.
Front foot. No, I'm just saying he's not trying to hit him. He's not trying. Like, you can't get mad at that if you're Arizona.
Oh, I thought you were going to like minimize that. It doesn't hurt.
Oh, no,
that's a toe. That's going to hurt.
Hey, baseball period hurts.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Anybody that says, oh, it's 70 miles an hour, they've never been hit by a baseball.
Two-out base runner for Geraldo Perdomo. Shortstop lined out to right field. Back in the second inning. Sasaki trying to finish the fourth.
First time all year that Roki has given up more than 3 runs in an outing.
In the first on 3 extra base hits. Home runs for Marte and Suarez. Latter of which just scored run number 4 on the RBI fielder's choice from Gurriel. So it's an 8-4 ball game. Here comes the 1-1. And that's strike 2.
I mean, you got to believe that however many more pitches it takes to retire Perdomo, they're going to be splitters.
Good block by Will Smith behind home plate. 2-2. Right on the money there. EK went with the fork ball.
Come right back with it. Fastball.
Downstairs and now a full count. Top of the order on deck. While Corbin Carroll is hitless in the series, the way he has started this 2025 season, you don't want to give him a shot. But that's exactly what Sasaki has done with his first walk of the game. Mark Pryor and Will Ireton coming out to the mound to have a chat with Sasaki. We're going to listen to this word from Jack in the Box.
My Nashville hot popcorn chicken. So much deliciousness starting at $6.99. Welcome to Jack in the Box.
I mean, you start going back through this inning, and that play that Freddie made at first base, where I still don't know how he caught that ball, fielded that ground ball, but if he doesn't, that thing's down the right field line. Definitely a single, possibly a double. Again, the way in which he had his glove, able to snag that thing, retired. Otherwise, we'd be looking at some real problems this inning.
Potentially a tying run at the plate right now with Corbin Carroll. But that is not the case. The Dodgers lead by 4. 2 on, 2 out.
First pitch super important to Corbin Carroll. Right, he likes to ambush the fastball. 1-0, he becomes an outstanding hitter. 0-1, got a much better chance against him.
50th pitch of the night for Sasaki is a strike on the outside corner.
So nice. I mean, that just sets up the whole at bat in favor of Sasaki. And he can come back with another one of those.
He did, but he missed downstairs. 1-1. Down in the Dodger bullpen, Anthony Banda starting to loosen. This game far from over. The Dodgers know that. Second and third best offenses in the National League. Dodgers number 2, the Diamondbacks number 3. Another forkball in the outer third. Sasaki jumps ahead. 1-2.
17 of 21 strikes on the splitter tonight. I mean, that's crazy. He was below 50% coming into this evening.
Went to it again, and Carroll got a piece.
18 of 22 now. I mean, I'm continuing to throw that. I am not trying to get cute and sneak a fastball to Carroll. You hit the splitter, good luck.
Swing and a miss, but that pitch is not going to count. It's a pitch clock violation on Sasaki. And now it's 2-2 as Carroll swung through a fastball.
Well, I mean, the umpire was coming out. I think he was just kind of playing. I mean, watch. Look at, he's coming out. It's like he hadn't even delivered the pitch yet.
Fly ball to center. Outman backing up toward the warning track. And he makes the catch. So Sasaki avoids further damage in the fourth. The Diamondbacks get one, but only one. Through 4 innings, this is what the Dodger offense has done against the Diamondbacks, mostly against Eduardo Rodriguez. In fact, all against Eduardo Rodriguez.
And those right there are the hits. There have been some recorded outs that have also been. Pius hit a ground ball out is 104.
Dodgers 8, D-backs 4, top of the 5th. Features James Outman, Chris Taylor, and Shohei Ohtani. It's the right-hander Christian Mena. Fastball down the middle, strike 1 on Outman. Part of a run-scoring play his last time up in the third. It was a fielder's choice. Bases loaded. Resulted in an error at first by Josh Naylor. 2. Mena made his major league debut last year against the Dodgers on the 3rd of July. At the time, he was Diamondbacks' 3rd best prospect according to MLB Pipeline. 2-pitch spike to the dirt, even count for Outman. He's acquired from the White Sox last February. So that was a win for Mena. 2-2. Outman strikes out swinging.
Mena's retired 4 in a row so far, coming in to strike out Freddie Freeman with the bases loaded. Quick inning, and 5 guys, I should say, including Freddie.
Taylor, it's a big hack of the first pitch and swings through it, strike 1. Taylor 1 for 2, struck out in the 2nd, then a bunt base hit in the 3rd. Swings again behind 0-2. Start number 5 this year for CT. 24 games played, but this right now is just his 27th AB of the season. Take 2-2. And Taylor has been diligently working despite the lack of starts and plate appearances. Okay, whenever there's somebody who's throwing a live BP, CT is out there
trying to stay sharp any way he can.
High in the air to left field. Here's Gurriel. It's out number 2. Bottom of the order can't get on for Ohtani. Shohei started the game with a pair of doubles. Struck out swinging his last time up. Base is empty, 2 gone. The Dodgers ahead by 4 in the 5th. And that's pitch clock violation on Mena. You saw Moreno trying. It's like, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. And the righty did not oblige. Yeah.
Who's got the buzzer on it? You got the buzzer?
Torey Lovello. Who's got the buzzer on him?
Can't enter into that conversation there with you, Nelly. I have no idea what we got going here, other than there was a communication problem between the catcher and the pitcher, which led to a pitch clock violation. 1-0.
Swings through, strike 2.
He made a comment earlier on the double that he hit the center, how he looked so good and staying closed and not pulling off. And you can see, you know, obviously the swing and misses, they look like he's flying out, the head's flying out. That's more of just a timing issue. It's really the same swing every time.
He's off the breaking ball, down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's low and ball 3. Pitch clock again counting down on Mena, but he gets the payoff away and he strikes Ohtani out. Bookending K's for Mena in a 1-2-3 fifth. World Champion Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Roki Sasaki back to work for the bottom of the 5th at 54 pitches so far. Forkball dances in there for strike 1 on Ketel Marte. Lead of the order here for Arizona in an 8-4 game. The Dodgers ahead of the D-backs in game 2. Anthony Banda was up earlier, sat down. Now he's back up. The 0-2 pitch. Tails just outside. In case you missed it earlier, Kirsten Watson detailing earlier next to the dugout that the Dodgers are going to be mindful of Sasaki's pitch count tonight. The 70-75 mark at the absolute max, depending on the stretch. Oh, sir. Just missed. Now it's 2-2.
And they can afford to because they've got a rested bullpen. First time in 10 years that the Dodgers have used 2 pitchers or less in back-to-back games.
Old foul. I'm changing the count. Now the count's full. Should have had him struck out a couple pitches ago, but Sasaki has to work through that. I mean, that is a kind of a wild note that you just gave there about the Dodgers staff. I mean, a decade since that's happened.
Yeah, first time in 10 years that the Dodgers have used 2 pitchers or less in back-to-back games.
Here's the payoff. It's ball 4 and a leadoff walk. That's a tough one for Ohtani, or excuse me, for Sasaki. And that's going to be all for Roki in this one. Four-plus innings. He's responsible for Marte on first, but he leaves with an 8-4 lead. Now Sasaki will watch from the top step after 61 pitches tonight. 4 earned runs. You mentioned earlier it's the first outing all season for Roki, and he gave up more than 3 runs in the game. 5 hits, 2 walks, including the one he just issued to Marte. But again, a tough one. He got squeezed on what should have been strike 3. So now it's Anthony Banda's job to strand him. D-backs sticking with the lefty Pavin Smith, with Banda coming out of the bullpen.
Well, I think they have to, right? It's still early enough in the game, and you're talking about the middle part of your lineup and just really a key moment in the ball game right now, because the Diamondbacks can do anything. You know, they feel like, well, we're right back in this thing, and Anthony Banda called upon in an important situation.
That's a ground ball base hit into right center field. Marte's going to head for third. First and third, nobody out.
makes contact and just finds some space between Mookie and Miguel. Cattell seeing that ball in front of him and knowing he's going to third all the way.
Eight-4 Dodgers, but only in the bottom of the fifth. Nobody out. Cleanup man at the plate with Josh Naylor. First pitch lofted to right. Pages went back, now charging in. He makes the catch. Marte, a late tag, and you're not going to test that right arm. One gone.
Well, this is the at-bat right here for this inning.
Yeah.
Suarez has been swinging the bat extremely well tonight. Hit a ball to right center over the pool for a home run, then took a ball down the left field line for a double.
Scored twice. Marte and Smith. The base is near and far. Fastball at 97 right at the top of the zone, but apparently too high, and ball one.
A great pitcher's pitch at the top of the zone and right in on the corner. That's what you've got to do to Suarez. You got to crowd him with that hard stuff.
It's upstairs again, 2-0. Thanks to his 2-run homer in the first inning, Suarez now with 11 home runs and 25 RBIs. 2-0. 3 balls, no strikes. Four-pitch walk loads the bases. The D-backs bring the tying run to the plate with Gabriel Moreno.
Saw him come up with the bases loaded last night. He obviously successful with the ball into the seats in right field, but he worked ahead in the count. He got to a 2-0 situation. I feel like he kind of made up his mind beforehand that he was going to swing. Pitch was right down the middle. I think he can use his aggressiveness against him right here. Get a ground ball and get out of the inning.
Moreno's 0 for 2 tonight, but he has 3 consecutive 3-hit games against the Dodgers. Hits in his last 6 against LA. 8-4. Bases loaded, 1 out for Arizona in the 5th. Fastball all outside, but called strike 1. Different this inning might have looked. At the pitch from Sasaki to Marte was called strike 3. Marte's on third. Here's the 1-0 or the 0-1 that misses upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Slider from Bonda to jump in front.
Like I said, he's feeling good about that home run he hit last night. He's wanting to duplicate it, so he's going to expand the zone. That thing, not really even a competitive pitch, but Moreno offers at it, doing the same thing. I'm working outside the zone right here.
The 1-2 pitch. Got him swinging. 2 gone.
It's a great job by Will Smith to recognize the situation at home plate. Got a young hitter. He's excited. He hit a grand slam last night. He's wanted to do it again this evening, and he was swinging at everything, and Will saw that, and Bonda executed it.
And Will blocked the ball in the dirt as well. So 1 more out to get. Lourdes Gurriel. Fastball misses, up and away, ball 1. The left fielder is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. One of those was a great play by Freddie Freeman at first base. He did score a run, so he's got an RBI. Gurriel, left field and deep, back and gone. A game-tying grand slam for Arizona. Their second slam in as many nights. It's 8-8. Second grand slam off Anthony Bond in the last week plus.
Tried to sneak a heater in there. And if you're going to go inside, he probably wanted to either get it further in, or you're throwing a cutter or a slider in off the plate. That thing just, Gurriel was able to beat him to the spot.
The Diamondbacks now have 6 grand slams this year. No other team has more than 3. Line to center, Outman makes the catch, and that brings an end to the 5th inning. Whole lot of offense at Chase Field tonight. 8 runs aside. We're tied going to the 6th.
The first 40,000 fans on May 13th will take home a Mookie Betts bobblehead presented by Security Benefit. Visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
The Dodgers once led this game 8-3. It's now tied at 8. Lourdes Gurriel with a grand slam in the 5th inning. Here in the 6th, the Dodgers have 2, 3, and 4. Betts, Smith, and Freeman. And the Dodgers were red hot out of the gates, EK. 9 for their first 15, but they're 0 for their last 8. Christian Mena came in relief of Eduardo Rodriguez, who got absolutely shelled. But the Dodgers have not been able to do anything against the right-hander.
No, he's retired 7 consecutive Dodger hitters. And we mentioned earlier tonight about how the Dodgers the last 2 evenings waited to score. They scored in the 6th inning the other day. They scored in the 8th inning last night. It's almost been the reverse this evening so far. They got on the board early. First 3 innings, 8 runs. You just hope that they continue to mount some offense and don't go dormant.
Mookie 95 in off the hands, 3-1. It was Betts' sacrifice fly in the 5-run 3rd inning. It broke a 3-3 tie. That frame rather, but the sacrifice fly made it 8-3. And that's a little flare to short. Broken bat line out for Betts. Two balls, no strikes on Will Smith. 0 for 1. He's walked twice
In the same inning.
Yep.
That 3rd inning that produced 5 runs. Led off that inning. Started with a count 0-2, drew a walk, and got things going.
Chopped down the 3rd base side, but left of the line, foul. Menace 2-1. Misses with the fastball. 3 balls and 1 strike for Smith.
After having a 1-2-3 first at bat, Will Smith is now working on his 3rd at bat where he's reached full count.
And he walks again.
Okay, we've seen this before. Leadoff walk by Will. Would you believe a walk for Will after an out by Mookie?
I would believe it. 1-on-1 out for
a lot of baseball so far in these first 4 innings.
Oh yeah.
The 5 innings. Jeez.
Stay hot, EK. Foul away, strike.
I feel like it's been 2 games up here with all the scoring and everything. I'm just focused
all right, we're back.
Yeah,
we're back. Dodgers 8, D-backs 8. I mean, we're in Chase Field. We got to see Freddie go deep once this season, right?
They almost did it that first time up with that sac fly. Hit it over 400 feet. Deepest part of the ballpark.
That's foul, 1-2. After Freddie's double in the 3rd, his first time up in the 3rd. Now has 41 extra base hits in this park. Down swinging.
Not going to see that very often. This youngster's come in and got Freddie 2 different times. Both on off-speed pitches. One's with the bases loaded, and then now.
Two out. Smith on first. Andy Pages. Strike 1.
I mean, really, you can get excited if you're a Diamondback fan about their offense, but you've really got to credit this young man on the mound. He's faced 10 Dodger hitters. Only 1 has reached base, and that was via a walk.
He settled the game down in a big way for Torey Lovello's club. He's ahead of Pages, 0-2. Upstairs, good take by Pages.
Ahead of Andy here, 1-2. Dodgers are 0 for 5 with 3 strikeouts against his sweeper.
The 1-2 pitch is strike 3. Not sure what the conversation would be there. 8-8, middle 6. The tie ball game 8-8 as we welcome you back for the bottom of the 6th inning in Arizona. Going back to the 5th. Roki Sasaki was ahead of Marte with 2 strikes. That pitch was called a ball. Ultimately, he walks Marte. That's it for Sasaki. Anthony Banda comes in, puts 2 on to load the bases, and then gives up a game-tying grand slam to Lourdes Gurriel Jr. So it was a leadoff walk to Will Smith that sparked the Dodgers' 5-run third, and a leadoff walk to Marte that put the D-backs on their way to a 4-run 5th.
You take it a step further. In both those cases, the hitter was 0-2.
And this is a base hit through the left side for Geraldo Perdomo. It's another Diamondback to reach against Anthony Banda.
Trying to bury that slider inside, left it out over the plate. Again, he just hasn't been efficient with the location this evening. Looking to find it right now.
4 of 7 Diamondbacks have reached against him. Leadoff Diamondback aboard in 3 consecutive innings against the Dodgers staff. Ball 1 on Corbin Carroll. Ground ball right side. Dodgers get 1 on the fielder's choice. Perdomo now in second. Look down to the right field pen. You see Luis Garcia starting to throw for the Dodgers. Mound visit coming from Mark Pryor.
Yeah, going out there just to discuss obviously the strategy, but also to give Garcia some time to get loose down there. Mark going to stay out there as long as he can until he's asked to leave.
Was by Jeremy Rehak. 1 out, runner in scoring position for Ketel Marte. Signed a long-term extension to remain a Diamondback through the 2030 season. 6 years, $105 million. He's homered, he's walked, he's scored twice. That one called the strike against him. He could not believe the call, so it's 0-1. Banda looking at Perdomo on second. Comes home to Marte. And it skips off of Smith and away. Free base for Perdomo. Now on third with only 1 out.
You know, not much Will could do in that situation. He's just trying to keep it in front of him.
Four fingers put up for Marte. They'll intentionally walk him. Runners on the corners, 1 out, and a lefty coming to the plate, Pavin Smith. But Smith hit a ball up the gut against Banda when he saw him coming into the game in the 5th.
Yeah, Torey Lovello elected to keep him in the lineup, not pinch hit Grichuk, and again, early part of the game, but proved to be a good managerial move. They even hit that ground ball between Betts and Rojas.
Swings through a slider, strike 1. Chased that one up and in, nearly hit him. Pavin Smith doesn't bite. Big hack, no contact, 2-2.
Coming after him with 4 sliders. Got to believe he's going to throw him a 5th right here.
He does, but he misses. Fills the count. First and second, one gone. The payoff is in the dirt, not competitive. And the bases are loaded once again for Arizona. That's it. Naylor. Diamondbacks hit a grand slam off Bonda in the 5th. It's a bases loaded situation for Naylor in the 6th. Game tied at 8.
Bonda aggressive, goes after him there with a fastball. Again, such a tough spot as a pitcher when you're out there. It's not working. You're not hitting location. You just feel like there's nothing that you have out there that's going to get the hitter out. But you got to get creative and come up with something.
Naylor whiffs on strike 2.
That's a huge pitch right there by Bonda. Goes back to that slider. Great location. Just has Naylor flailing at it.
Next pitch from Anthony Bonda will be his 30th. Be a season high. Time is called and granted to Naylor. The 1-2. Got him to chase the slider. 2 gone.
That's a huge pitch. Just rearing back, finding something, throws that slider again. I mean, really just competitive by Bonda. Didn't have his good stuff tonight, but went out, battled, and putting the Dodgers in a position right now to get out of this inning.
One more out to go. The bases will be loaded for Eugenio Suarez when we come back. Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, celebrating 20 years of good times. Nervy times at Chase Field. The Dodgers have already blown an 8-3 lead. It's tied at 8. Luis Garcia comes out of the bullpen as the bases loaded behind him. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th. Eugenio Suarez watches a first pitch fastball for a strike. Suarez has been up 3 times. He has reached 3 times and has scored 3 times. 1-1. Well, outside again. Back sweepers that were ball out of hand from Garcia.
I think you don't give in right here. You throw another sweeper and you see if Suarez just gets aggressive, trying to make something happen.
Fastball in, pulled foul. Bases loaded, 2 out, game tied at 8. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled away. See you another. Here it comes. Another sweeper outside, and Suarez does not offer.
That is a great take right there. That was a good pitch by Garcia. Almost got him swinging. Just continued to work its way out of the zone.
Nowhere to put him. The 3-2. Grounded foul. Game tied at 8. Here's pitch number 8 from Garcia to Suarez with the bases loaded. Another foul ball. So they're going after him with the fastball.
I mean, I think I have to. I just got to make sure that I get it in a good location. You know, he hasn't been able to land that sweeper for an in-zone strike.
Here's the 9th. It is taken for ball 4. And Arizona grabs the lead.
Goes with that sweeper, and I think he fooled everybody. He got the top of the zone right there and did not get the call.
Dodgers trailing for the first time since the first inning. 9-8 D-backs. They remain loaded for Gabriel Moreno. A grand slam last night. See you upstairs, ball 1.
Grand slam last night. Last at bat came up with the bases loaded and got real aggressive. Swung at a couple pitches that bounced, were out of the zone, and ended up striking out.
Inside with the sinker, 2-0. Dodgers once led 8-3. They now trail 9-8. There's a strike, 2-1 on Moreno. Ground ball up the middle. Betts with the glove flip to Rojas for the final out of the 6th. But Arizona breaks the tie. The bases loaded walk. The Dodgers have blown an 8-3 lead. They now trail 9-8. Top of the 7th on tap. This happened between innings. There was a discussion between Jeremy Rehak, the home plate umpire, Mark Pryor, the pitching coach for the Dodgers, was animated, involved. He was out of the top step, and then Doc came to the first base line and had an intentional discussion with Rehak as well. So frustrating last few innings for the Dodgers as the Diamondbacks have scored in 3 straight frames to take a 1-run lead. Strike one to Kike Hernandez, who leads off the 7th.
Well, regardless of what's going on in the dugout, the Dodgers have to figure out this young man on the mound. And he has absolutely stifled this offense.
Christian Mena. Max Muncy has grabbed the bat to pinch hit for Miguel Rojas. Ike swings and pops it straight up to the left side. Back to back. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, Suarez squeezes out number 1. So this was Rehak ejecting Mark Pryor. So the Dodger pitching coach has been thrown out of this game. There have been a couple really close calls that did not go the Dodgers' way. Highlighted the walk to Marte, which paved the way for the game-tying grand slam, and then the bases-loaded walk issued by Garcia. Christian Mena, heck of a job stopping the bleeding that was caused by their starter, Eduardo Rodriguez, who got rocked by the Dodgers. He exits with a 9-8 lead with 1 out, nobody on in the 7th. World Champion Dodgers Baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. Check out the full lineup of stylish and powerful trucks and SUVs. It's time to see Ford in a new light.
And while you are celebrating a special moment here in Chase Field or just enjoying the game,
Eric Carroll's loving that. The Dodgers not loving this scoreboard. The D-backs 9, the Dodgers 8. Jalen Beeks comes out of the bullpen, the lefty, to face the pinch hitting Max Muncy. Muncy stepping in for Miguel Rojas. So seen it several times on this road trip. A move and a counter move from the opposing managers.
Just to button up Mena, 12 hitters. He faced 12 Dodger hitters and walked only 1. Came in a huge situation. Freddie Freeman at the plate with the bases loaded. You can talk about the offense coming back, all that sort of thing. But this is the man right now that has been most impactful in this ball game. Dodgers scored 8 runs in the first 3 innings. Nothing since.
3 2/3 no-hit innings in his first outing of the season. Just his second outing of his career, and both have been against the Dodgers. Muncy is jammed, foul territory, and Naylor runs it down. Strike one on James Outman. He was 0 for 3. 9 runs against the Dodgers, the most they allowed since that series at Wrigley Field. Quickly 0-2 for Outman.
Going back to Shohei's strikeout in the 3rd inning, Dodgers are 0 for their last 13. We sort of talked about it, though. They got out to that big lead early on, and you just hope that they didn't take their foot off the pedal. But if you look at things, it was really, Roki had that lead, and he was unable to sustain it. Got the Dodgers in trouble. He'd been pitch efficient and had a couple good quick innings, and then just opened things up, and they got to the bullpen and some big hits by Arizona.
Outman 7 strikes out. The Dodgers down in order in the 7th. We're stretching at Chase Field with the D-backs on top. Changes in the field for the Dodgers. The bottom of the 7th, Max Muncy pinch hit last half inning. Will take over at 3rd. That pushes Kike over to 2nd with Rojas now on the bench. 9-8 Arizona. Bottom 7 begins with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. against Luis Garcia. In the 5th inning, Diamondbacks are down 4. Not anymore. Grand slam, 2nd in as many nights for Arizona, 6th of the season. Comfortably the most in all of Major League Baseball. Garcia feeds him strike 1. Note from friend Jeff Snyder. Snydog said you got to go back to Tug McGraw in 1979 and Mike Schooler in 1992. They have the record for the most grand slams allowed by a reliever in one season with 4. As this is rolled to Muncy at 3rd, throws on the run. Nice play by Max. Anthony Bonda has now given up 2.
Crazy thing for me, the last 2 evenings where the Diamondbacks have had 4-run innings. Each of those, there were only 2 hits.
Yeah.
In each of those innings, 2 hits accounting for 4 runs.
Thomas. Yeah, last night in the 4th it was walk, infield single, hit by pitch grand slam from Moreno, and tonight in the 5th walk, single, walk, grand slam. Three and 1 for Thomas. Chase is the high heater. Full count. Garcia and the Dodgers trying to hold the line. Keep the deficit at 1. If the bats can wake back up in the late innings tonight, just as it did yesterday. 8 runs, but all of them came in the first 3 innings. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 3 now for the Dodgers. 4 more for free Jumbo Jack tomorrow. Jack in the Box in LA after you buy a large drink. Three strikeouts and then conversely 6 walks. 2 out, nobody on. Geraldo Perdomo, he has 1 of those 6 walks. Last time up though, he led off the 6th with a base hit. His way around to score a run. Garcia had 1 and 2. Smith got an extra moment. Inside part of his right foot, heel. Look down to the pen. You see Alex Vesia throwing. Garcia needs one more strike here to finish the 7th and keep it a 1-run game. And that's poked through the left side by Perdomo.
Perdomo been on base 3 out of his last 4 plate appearances, setting up the table for Corbin Carroll. Not doing much of anything, and just putting the bat on the ball, finding some holes. Now you bring up the dangerous Carroll, and again looking to ambush you on that first pitch. Got to be careful if you're going to throw a fastball.
For 4 tonight, 0 for 8 in the series. Skips underneath Smith to the backstop, and now Perdomo's in scoring position. So the basic theme of what we've been talking about during this inning, EK, is how the Dodgers have given the D-backs free bases and elevated their opportunities offensively.
Well, they really have. It's whether it's walks, whether it's hit by pitches, whether it's pass balls, wild pitches. Shouldn't say any pass balls. I take that back, Will.
Grounded foul, 1-1.
But it certainly hasn't been clean baseball. And you know, when Arizona has had an opportunity to take advantage of things, you know, they've struck.
Strike 2 fouled away. Ninth pitch out of the pen for Garcia. Fouled back by Carroll.
Crazy thing is, Dr. Krajewski just gave me a note. D-backs are only 3 for 16 this series with runners in scoring position, but 2 of those 3 hits, grand slams.
Garcia will try again, and it pops out of the glove of Smith, so Carroll stays in there. Ground ball back to Garcia, fields it well. And Perdomo is stranded. The Dodgers stay within 1. Being Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Jack in the Box. There's so much free food on the new Jack app. Your wallet's gonna miss you. D-backs 9, Dodgers 8, and they're running out of outs. Top of the 8th inning. His old friend Shelby Miller on the mound for Arizona.
Having a nice year, been real effective so far. You see the 15 2/3 innings pitched.
Pinch hitting Michael Conforto fouls back, strike 1.
4-seamer, splitter, and sweeper. Dodgers looking to get something going. Get on base, set the table for that top of the lineup.
Conforto, Ohtani, and Betts. The Dodgers on the docket here in the 8th. North of the zone, ball 1. Conforto takes over for Taylor. Finish 1 for 3. The bunt base hit. Conforto 1 for 7 in his career against Miller. The one hit is a home run. Conforto to center. Thomas is there. One gone. Run over the lineup. And now the run of MVPs, starting with Shohei Ohtani. First pitch heater at 97, taken for strike one.
Getting ahead with that strike right there now sets up the splitter right now. It's something that Miller likes to go to against lefties.
Ohtani's first 2 trips tonight, EK, 2 doubles, a run and an RBI. His last 2 times up, struck out in both of those ABs. Dodgers down 1. Here's the 1-1. Ohtani pulls it foul. Miller ahead 1-2. Spiked that one. The count squares up.
2 non-competitive pitches with that splitter. He's gone up in the zone with the fastball to attack Ohtani. I don't know that you go there again. Not with the fastball. You saw what he did to Ginkle last night. Hit a home run.
Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Another foul ball for Shohei. It's low and ball 3. Full count for Ohtani.
I mean, if you're Shohei, you know that he has not been able to land that splitter at all for a strike. I think I'm just sitting dead red right here.
He pulls it in the air to right. Will hang up for Carroll to make the catch. Miller stayed away from the heater.
Just rolled a splitter up there, and you see Shohei, as you talked about earlier in the game, kind of just spinning out a little bit and was out in front of that thing. Couldn't drive it.
So now Mookie Betts. First pitch fastball from Miller. Hits the outside corner. Strike 1. Dodgers trailing 9-8. Only 4 more outs left for them offensively. That's 1 for 3 with a sacrifice fly in this ball game. One and 2.
Great job of fighting off that pitch, just out of the zone, but too close to take. Mookie leans out over the plate. Really a nice athletic job by Mookie.
Another 1-2 from Miller. Another foul ball from Betts. Miller to Mookie. Downstairs, 2-2. Betts took 2 fastballs on the outer third. Those are the 2 of the strikes. And of course, not counting the foul balls.
I mean, you've got to look away. There's no way Miller's trying to go inside at all.
Right over the heart. And Betts took him to left for a base hit. Tying run on for the Dodgers.
Mookie fighting off some good pitches to earn another opportunity, and then you see Miller misses over the heart of the plate. He's trying to go outside. Again, he doesn't want middle, he doesn't want inside, because he doesn't want Mookie to put one in the seats and tie the game.
It's the first hit for the Dodgers since Taylor's bunt single in the third. The Dodger offense rally with 2 outs in the 8th. Ball 1 away from Will Smith. Smith with 3 walks tonight. There goes Betts for second. There won't be a throw. Mookie's in scoring position. Betts now 3 for 3 this year on the base paths.
Mookie making a baseball play right here, reading the situation, knowing he has an opportunity to get down to second base. Uses his speed. He's in scoring position.
The 2-0. Smith checks up, but it lands on the outer third for strike 1. Tying run on second, 2 outs in the 8th. The Major League's leading hitter with runners in scoring position watches strike 2. Miller's 2-2 pitch, and Smith strikes out swinging. To the bottom of the 8th, it's still 9-8 Arizona. By Access Sportsnet Dodgers, John Hartung, Jerry Harrison Jr. and the Bulldog Oral Hershiser. Jay Harris saying to keep fighting. Yeah, they got to if they want to win. If not, the 5 runs and the largest blown lead loss for the Dodgers since July 30th of last year. Alex Vesia has the ball for the bottom of the 8th, facing Marte, Smith, and Naylor. First pitch, shot down the line, and will slice foul. What a weird one tonight, EK. I mean, the Dodgers' first inning run, okay, off and running, but then the Diamondbacks hammer back, 3 extra base hits and a pair of homers against Sasaki. So it's 3-1 Arizona, but then the Dodgers jump ahead 8-3. Oh boy, Marte unleashes again. That's trouble. An insurance run for Arizona as Ketel Marte has his 2nd home run of the game and 3rd of the series. 10-8 D-backs.
But you said it at the beginning of this series, Nelly, that when Marte sees the Dodgers,
yeah,
I mean, he turns it into another. He's already a great player.
Yep. That is a big one. Not just in terms of distance traveled off the bat of Marte, but on the scoreboard now a 2-run lead for Arizona.
You know, you were talking about the games, you know, last night, tonight, talking about the scoring. You know, one of the commonalities, though, that has happened in both of these games, Dodgers starting pitching on 5 days rest. Yamamoto went 5 innings, 5 earned runs. Sasaki 4 innings, 5 earned runs. So it hasn't been, you know, this first time around, it's not been successful. It will be, but again, something new and hasn't gone the Dodgers' way yet.
In the battle of the bullpens, the edge to Arizona tonight, Christian Mena, 2nd career appearance in the show. First since his major league debut against the Dodgers last July. He came in with the Diamondbacks down by 5. Bases loaded Freddie Freeman, and now he's in line for a win.
Faced 12 hitters, gave up 1 walk.
High fly ball to left field. Randall Grichuk goes back to back. Pinch hit home run. And now 11-8 Arizona. Ooh, boy. Now Josh Naylor, still no outs in the 8th. The Dodgers now trail by 3. I mean, it's 5 home runs tonight, 7 in the series for the Arizona Diamondbacks. So of the 16 runs they've scored in this series, 14 via the long ball.
Well, came into the series, the Diamondbacks were as reliant as anybody, as any team, as far as scoring goes, on home runs. They hadn't been hitting well lately with runners in scoring position. This place is an offensive ballpark. The roof is open tonight, and that is a significant difference as far as the ball traveling when the weather is like it is. Warm outside. I mean, the ball has been jumping for both sides this evening.
Strike 3, 1 gone. Bessie gets his first out following the back-to-back homers.
Got a note here that not going to see very often. The Dodgers have given up more home runs this evening, 5, than strikeouts. They've got 4 as a staff.
Suboptimal.
You just don't see it with this ball club. Oh, do it, Luke.
Good pick on a hop from Betts. Out number 2.
Really nice play by Mookie. Seen a couple tonight at short. Moving in, using his athleticism.
And he has really turned things around defensively at shortstop, and I think he would admit a little bit to the detriment of his offensive numbers this year, but
the offense is coming around. It just hasn't. I don't think it's not where he wants it to be, but I think a lot of that has to do with not so much shortstop as much as it was the start of the season, the sickness, those sort of things. But Mookie's been playing some excellent baseball.
Dodgers trailing by 3. The Diamondbacks have opened the 8th inning with a pair of solo home runs. Now 2 out. 1-1 on Moreno. Two up in the pen, both righties. Kevin Ginkel, who finished out yesterday's game, and then Ryan Thompson, left part of your screen. 1-2. Home run balls bit Alex Vesia this year a little more than he would like. Through this inning, it's now 5 on the season and 17 in the 3rd innings of work.
I mean, it really is kind of crazy how this game turned. We were in the 3rd inning, and the Sasaki's pitching. You know, we're up at the plate. We're into their bullpen. Have an opportunity to really dig deep into their bullpen. Have them burn it up. Have Sasaki go a few innings, and then the switch just got flipped.
Poked high in the air, drifting along the right field line. Freddie going back from first, and he makes the catch. But the Diamondbacks get 2 huge insurance runs on 2 blasts, and so the Dodgers have 3 outs to get 3 runs. Torey Lovullo will go to Kevin Ginkel for a 2nd straight night. Diamondbacks leading the Dodgers 11-8. See how big those back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the 8th will be.
Well, we saw him last night. 4-seamer and the slider. Throw the occasional sinker. Going to see Freeman, Pages, and Kike up at the plate.
Freddie did not see Ginkel last night, as Mookie Betts was the last out of the game. In his career, Freddie 2 for 6 with a double against the Diamondback righty. Freddie's average at 360, 1 for 3 so far. Sacrifice fly put him at 30 RBIs on the season. Cued to the left side, and Freddie's going to be aboard.
Certainly wasn't pretty, but that ball running in, and he just pulls his hands even further inside and just pushes it over to 3rd base.
Now you're looking for the old bloop and a blast. Andy Pages at the plate. Tying run on deck in the top of the 9th. Last night, Ginkel threw 18 pitches, 10 strikes, as he finished off the series opening win for Arizona. Fastball at the bottom of the zone. The way it was caught. Cost Ginkel strike 2. It's 1-1. Pages and an RBI single, part of a 5-run 3rd inning that put the Dodgers ahead 8-3. But the Diamondbacks have scored the last 8 runs of the game. 3-1 for Andy. Kike, who swung the bat well recently, he is on deck. Pages pulls it down the left field line. That's a fair ball. It's into the corner. And it ricocheted around, so now Freddie's going to be waved home. He will score without a play. It's now 11-9. Tying run coming to the plate.
Pages hitting the ball hard this evening. This one just hooks it in the corner, and because it just dies out there, Freddie able to come around and score. We got Kike, Muncy, and Outman coming to the plate here. Any one of those three can put it in the seats.
No outs in the ninth. Kike, first pitch swinging. That's a fair ball down the line. Pages is going to score. RBI double for Kike Hernandez, and the tying run is in scoring position with nobody out.
I mean, two balls just put down the left field corner. Suarez not guarding the line at all. Pages coming around easily to score.
Did not take long for those home runs in the bottom of the eighth to be highlighted as absolutely huge, but the Dodgers doing their best here in the ninth. It's 11-10. Kike on second, Max Muncy at the plate.
Got Hernandez at second base. You mentioned Muncy, Outman, and Conforto all scheduled to hit. All three of those guys looking for their signature moment still for this season.
First pitch, hook foul, strike one. Ground ball right side and through. Base hit Max Muncy. Carroll's throw home is not going to make it, and we're tied once again.
Max getting on top of that high fastball, doing his job. At the very least, he's going to get the runner over to third base, but does even more. Driving in Kike. So appropriate again. These guys looking to get things going for their season. Max, a big RBI base hit right there.
Ha-Seong Kim will pinch run for Muncy. The go-ahead run on first. No outs. 4 straight hits for the Dodgers to open the ninth, resetting the scoreboard for James Outman.
The question is, what pitch do you think Kim is going to be running on? He's not out there for his leads.
This game turned all the way up to 11. There's a strike from Ginkel. James Outman hooked down the right field line. It is foul.
Out trying to will it fair. Just too much hookage.
He's behind 0-2. That's upstairs. Single, double, double, single. Like that, tied at 11. Dodgers still working in the top of the ninth. But Outman strikes out swinging.
So here's the thing, you want to run, but you just can't afford it now because you've got Shohei on deck, and he's got to come up to the plate this inning.
Kim slides back safely on first. He's the runner with 1 out. Conforto came off the bench, pinch hitting in the 8th. He flew out to center field.
There can't be any question in Kim's mind if he does attempt to steal that he's going to be safe. Again, you've got 1 out. Ohtani on deck.
Fastball up and away. 1-1. Ginkel again working on back-to-back nights. Now at 35 pitches thrown so far through the first 2 games of this series. 1 on, 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Conforto wears it.
That hit by pitch right there hurt Ginkel more than it did Conforto. You bringing this guy to the plate right now, you make a mistake, could be 3 runs in 1 swing.
And Ohtani saw Ginkel just last night and took him deep. But he won't get a chance to face him again. Torey Lovullo forced to the bullpen as the Dodgers rallying in the top of the 9th. They have tied the game at 11. It's 1st and 2nd for Shohei Ohtani. Come right back to Chase Field after this. Dodgers trailed by 3 entering the 9th. Freddie Freeman with a base hit. Andy Pages with an RBI double. Kike with an RBI double. Max Muncy with an RBI single. And in a blink, tied at 11. After the pitching change for Arizona, we're back at Chase Field where things have been wild all Friday night.
And now it's come down to this man having to face Ohtani. Ryan Thompson, he last threw Monday against the Mets, and it certainly wasn't pretty. A third of an inning pitched, 4 hits, 3 earnings, and 1 home run.
Go ahead run in scoring position. Ha-Seong Kim with speed to burn. Conforto on first. The pitch from Thompson. It's Ohtani to swing through a strike. Stays away, 1-1. Career against Thompson. Ohtani 1 for 3 with a double and a strikeout. It's 2 for 5 in the game. Pulled well foul. Kim and Conforto ready to run. 1st and 2nd, 1 gone in a tie game in the 9th. The 1-2 coming from Thompson. And Ohtani torches one, tosses the bat, and watches it fly. Shohei Ohtani breaks the tie with a 3-run bomb because, of course,
I mean, I'm not even sure why we're back at the game. Let's just keep running highlights of this.
Mookie popped up to shallow left center. Thomas runs in and has out number 2. A 6-run top of the 9th for the Dodgers.
Crazy game. The first 3 innings, 8 runs, and they decided to take off a few 5 innings, and then offense resurfaced in the 9th. I mean, it starts off too with that Freddie Freeman just getting jammed, a little ground. I mean, you couldn't roll it. Just down that third baseline, man. Just starts off so innocently.
9th Dodger at the plate is Will Smith. Thompson's 2-0. Hit the straightaway center. It's sinking fast, but Thomas tracks it down with the slide. But the damage was done. There was a lot of it in the 9th inning, but the biggest swing, Shohei Ohtani breaks the tie.
All right, let's take a look at that 9th inning again. Freddie, it doesn't start out with a bang, just kind of innocent. But Paz says, okay, let me put something in the corner. Kike liked it so much, he said, you know what? I'm going to do the same. Muncy, I'm coming off the bat. Hey, you know what? Don't forget about me this year. I'm going to be a big part. And then as you called it, Nelly, of course.
That reaction from Ohtani. We're going to remember that one for a while. In what's been a wild evening at Chase Field, it's still not done. Bottom of the 9th, the ball is with Tanner Scott. For the Arizona Diamondbacks, it's the bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9. First, Lourdes Gurriel Jr. prior to Ohtani's home run had the biggest swing of the game. Game-tying grand slam in the 5th.
Well, and it's the situation too. We're at the bottom part of the lineup, so you just got to erase 1 or 2 guys right here. You do not want to get to the top part. There's a tying run coming to the plate.
Two and 2. Song Kim stays in the game. He's at second base. So Kike back at where he started this game, playing third. In the dirt, full count. 14-11. The Dodgers lead. Still have to get the 3 toughest outs in any ball game. The last 3. Gurriel pulls it, hooking foul down the left field line. Another 3-2. Another foul ball into his own dugout. 19th appearance for Tanner Scott. 17 2/3 innings, 17 strikeouts. Going for his 9th save. Popped him up. Smith will toss the mask and squeeze out number 1.
Huge out. It really sets the tone right away. Doesn't give Arizona any type of momentum and allows Tanner Scott to stay at the bottom part of this lineup without having fear of getting to the top.
Pinch hitter for Arizona. Instead of lefty Alec Thomas, it's the righty Tim Tawa, former Stanford Cardinal. Not a lot of batting average, but a lot of pop so far in his first major league season. Scott jumps in front, 0-1. Swings over the top of a slider, 0-2.
Tanner staying out of the zone, but Tawa being aggressive. Doesn't look like he has to throw anything over the plate, just stay off of it.
Look out. Tawa jumped out of the way of a ball that nearly hit him, 1-2. That's strike 3 called.
Tanner just dodged that pitch, arm side down in the zone. Tawa can't do anything except to hope the umpire misses it.
One more out to get. Slider misses downstairs on Geraldo Perdomo. Shortstop has reached 3 times. It's a pair of singles and a walk. Let's go Dodgers chants rain down at Chase Field as Scott gives Perdomo a fastball for strike 1. It's 2-2. D-backs down to their last strike. The Dodger fans here waving each other to their feet. Fastball up and away. Count runs full. Struck him out, and that ends a wild win for LA.
Easily the most exciting game of the season. A lot of back and forth. The Dodgers putting an exclamation point on it with Shohei Ohtani going deep. Great offensive performance. Dodgers persevered, even the series at 1.
EK, we were together last summer in a game against Colorado. Ohtani tied the game with a home run. He said Ohtani is inevitable. Comes up again in the 9th inning. And of course, breaks the 11-11 tie to help the Dodgers win Game 2 and even this series. Access Sportsnet Dodgers got a lot to break down. On behalf of Eric Karros, Kirsten Watson, and our amazing crew, Mike Leaver producing, Ben Dillenberger directing. I'm Stephen Elson. Thanks for watching. What a night.
discussion being had.